Alright, so hello. This is my tutorial for Ars Nouveau 1.16.5. No, sorry, 1.16.4. 1.16.5 changes a lot of things. So, to begin with, you'll need to find mana gems. These are used for all the things that you can do all the way down to the very end of the line there. And they are found by mining arcane ore. This is a worn notebook. It is crafted using one book and one mana gem, and it basically gives you a guide to everything. For what I'm going to cover today is all the tier 1 spells and some of the more basic machines that you're going to use. These are all tier 1 things, mostly. This is the mana jar. Mana jar is crafted with 7 glass and 1 arcane stone. You see here you can hold control and it will take you straight to that page and you can see how it is crafted. An arcane stone is crafted with any polished or stone variant surrounding a mana gem. Second thing you'll need, that you'll find most, this is a definite need, is the glyph press, which is crafted with 5 arcane stone, 2 of any stone variant. This does not include the polished variants, an iron block, and a piston. And this is used for making glyphs here. The next thing you need is an arcane pedestal. This is used with the enchanting apparatus and arcane core to do some more advanced things, but also there's some things you need to do to get to those more advanced things. And arcane pedestal is made with 7 arcane stone in kind of a stand pattern there, or sideways H. The enchanting apparatus is made with 3 arcane stone as a base, 4 iron ingots, and a diamond. It's pretty easy to craft, you only really need 1 of them. And the arcane core, which is like the main base thing, these go around it, is made with 6 arcane stone and 2 gold ingots. Now, I will go on to mana generation, I guess. This is what powers most of these things over here. I'm going to grab just to show off how this works, I'm going to grab a mana jar and a mana condenser, just to show off. There. So what it does is, if you have a mana condenser over top of a mana jar or near it, either one works, and then you plant some crops, it will, over time, as they grow, I think grow naturally. I don't think it'll do it if they just grow, so I think they'll have to grow naturally. So I'm going to turn up the tick speed. I don't know how to do this. There we go. Let's turn it up to about 400. See, it starts producing things because it's growing, and that starts to fill up the mana jar. Set that back to, like, I don't know, 1. Alright, so that's how that works. And that's how you generate mana. You can do that with any size farm, but if one is too close to another, it doesn't function at all. This one can't pick up, and this one can't pick up, so for this one to function properly, this one would not have to be there. I think it's like some very large gap that has to be, but these can be used. They collect mana from crop growth, animal breeding, or any monsters that die nearby. And yeah, that's how the mana condenser works. Now this is the volcanic accumulator. Volcanic accumulator, when placed around or over top of lava, will create these lava lilies, which once it places one down, it generates a little bit of mana. And to craft, this one is way more expensive than that one, so I recommend doing the mana condensers first before doing the volcanic accumulators. But these can be used to gather more mana gems if you have Twilight Forest installed. They're the crafting recipe for it is 3 gold ingots, 3 buckets of lava, a mana jar, and 2 mana gems. And that's you create one of these. So it's pretty expensive compared to the mana condenser, which is just 3 iron, a hopper, and 3 arcane stone. So now I'm going to get to the plants and armor. So this is a source berry. Source berries are used in potion brewing, which gives you mana regeneration, as well as, like, go back to, I don't know where it is. I don't know 100% where it is. Here. They can be used for early automation of the mana condenser. They are also used in some late game, well, not late game, but more later, not tier 1 stuff. They're used in like tier 2 and onwards, and you can use them in enchanting, which is down here. The enchanting apparatus can be used to enchant anything. There's a specific amount that it goes to. You can't do mending. I have checked. There's no mending. But you can do quite a lot of things, and source berries are used in most of those crafting recipes. What we have here is the Mana Bloom Seed, which you actually require the enchanting apparatus and 4 mana gems in any type of seed to craft one of these seeds. When you plant it down and then grow it up, it will become a Mana Bloom seed. Sorry, not mana. Yeah, it'll become a Mana Bloom. Now the Mana Bloom, don't have things set up. If you were to put it into a crafting table, it would give you 4 mana fiber, which is this. Mana fiber can be used to make the novice set of things, which basically uses the exact same configuration as regular armor, but it can also be upgraded to the blaze fiber with this recipe. And don't worry, you're not wasting any. It does give you 2 blaze fiber per these 2, so you're not wasting any, and all you need is like 24. But the blaze fiber can also be upgraded to the end fiber. Well, before I get into that, the blaze fiber can be crafted into the mage set using basically the same configuration as the rest of the armor in the game. The end fiber is crafted using 2 blaze fiber and a popped chorus fruit. Chorus fruits, of course, come from the end. And blaze fiber can be crafted like so. And Same for this one as for the blaze fiber. It does give you 2 end fiber per 2 blaze, so you're not wasting any. And that would make the Archmage, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. That would make this armor set, which is the top tier armor set for spellcasters. Now, onto the spells. This is the final thing that I will be talking about in this video. We have the Novice Spellbook, crafted using these materials. It has to be iron. You can't do it with stone, gold, anything else. It has to be iron in a book. And it gives you the Novice Spellbook. The Spellbook gives you 3 form ones to begin with and 2 effects already. And I'll explain how you add more effects. But first, the Scribe's Table. The Scribe's Table is if, let's say, you have a... Gotta just grab one of these, and then let's say you have a book that doesn't have, it just has rune in it. And then you have another book that has, let's say, another thing. I think it's place and then right click with this. No, it is, that was the wrong direction. It is, yeah, so this, if I right click it, will give me the pull. So you place the one that has it on the table, and then you right click with the one that doesn't have it to collect the book. Anyway, the Scribe's Table is used basically for moving over spells from one book to another book. This can be great in multiplayer servers, and also for if you have the maximum tier spell book and another one, and one of them is full and the other one's not, you can just copy and paste it over. Scribe's Table is crafted using basic materials, 3 oak slabs, 4 sticks, and an oak log. The slabs and log can be any of them, so it can be crimson, stripped, I think, pretty sure. Anyways, now on to the spells, as you can see by this. So first, before you get into any spell making, you need to make magic clay. Magic clay is made from 1 clay ball, a mana gem, and 2 redstone. It's not that expensive. If you do find that this is hard to make, just go mining. Simple as that. So magic clay is used in all the tier 1 recipes. Magic clay can be turned into marvelous clay, which is used for all the tier 2 things, and mythical clay, which is used for all the tier 3 things. So for each rune or glyph, it uses a different item. So for the Amplify, it requires a diamond. Dispel requires milk. This and oh, I forgot about those. Whoops, that was my bad. So there are 3 new drops dropped from monsters, which are used in a lot of things in this mod. Maybe not a lot, just some things. Most of them being spellbooks related and for this enchanting. They are the Wilden Wing, Wilden Horn, and Wilden Spike. This could also be pronounced Wilden, I do not know. I think it's Wilden. These drop from Wilden Stalkers, these drop from Wilden Pack Hunters, and these drop from Wilden Defenders. As said here, found in cold biomes. These are used for rune crafting as well as some other things. So, to craft a rune, you were to place the magic clay into the glyph press. Make sure you have a mana jar next to it, or at least near it, and then you put in, let's say, I'll make an amplify, put a diamond in. And here's the fun thing. If the arcane pedestal is next to the glyph press, it will immediately place it onto the arcane pedestal. Otherwise, it will just drop it onto the ground. So here, you can have it, pick it up, and then you can right click. I already have that one. I'll show it with the leap or speed one. You right click. Why isn't this working? Pretty sure it worked before, but when you right click, it unlocks the rune or the glyph, and you gain that power in your, oh, that's why it was working. You gain that power in your spellbook. You have to have a spellbook in your inventory to do it though. So make sure you got a spellbook in your inventory, and then you can do spells. So I'm just going to show you using the creative spellbook, or give me just a moment here. Just do that for a moment. So now all these spells are in my spellbook. And here's the fun part. In making spells, you can select a name. I'm going to name this Harm, let's say, for instance. And I will use projectile, and then the Harm glyph, and amplify it to maximum. Now, be warned, when amplifying, it uses up quite a bit of mana, which you will find, it's better to see it if I open up the book, or you see in the bottom corner there, right down here, it shows you that there's a mana bar, and using spells cause that mana bar to drain. Now, if I was in survival, I would have to wait until that came up to like maximum-ish to be able to use the spell again. Since I'm in creative, I can just use it endlessly. Boosting mana, you can do it with trinkets, with the Dull Trinket, Ring of Potential, and Mundane Belt. The Dull Trinket can be transformed into Amulet of Mana Boost and Amulet of Mana Regen, which are two separate things. These require you to have the Curios mod to attach it to that part of you, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but they might be able to go onto here as well. If you don't, I'm not sure. But if I show you here, if I grab the Mana Boost, the Mana Regen, and I will grab the Ring of Greater Discount. These I will show you in my next video. So these two will be shown in the next video, how you craft them. But it speeds up, if you see in the bottom corner there, it speeds up quite a lot faster if you have that mana thing. And if I were to wear this armor, or any of these, it would give me a slight boost if I have the full set, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you have the full set, it'll give you a slight boost. Alright, that was it. See ya!